This is the place, and this ain't the time.
Because I think it's always an interesting thing. I just talked to somebody actually today that was like, hey, I started talking about the new record, but and they said, well, we should have put this out 6 months ago. And as far as putting like press and things out and getting stories, and it's always interesting because it's like, you know, I know what I know, but past that I don't know yet, you know, and everything I've learned along the years and people I've learned from in the industry. So we had some, you know, we get it out and people start reviewing it and listening to it, and we get really excited about it, and then it comes out and there's always that, well, there's no hype there, but to me it's like, well, that's fine for this little amount of people. But past that, it's still not released. You know what I mean? I mean, how many songs have you not heard from, like, you had Wade Bowen up there from that record, his old stuff that somebody could hear this week and it's new to them, you know? But in the press's eyes, I guess it's always like, well, what's the event coming up that we're going to put out? But for us, my event is, like, the record's called Longcut. And that's kind of the event. I mean, it's the long path that we're on, you know what I mean? So we're touring a lot this year. We got some stuff coming on down, full band down in Nashville. But past that, we're just kind of learning and growing as we go and getting it out to as many people as we can, really. So when I started out, I wanted this record to sound like the guys that were on it. But like my first EP, I did full EP, put out demos and stuff, but full actually real, where I was taking it real serious in the studio. I came down to Nashville at the House of Blues, got some Class A players and played on it and kind of did the Field of Dreams kind of thing, where if I build it, they would come. I just wasn't finding the people that really were believing in what I was doing in Cincinnati. So came down here, did it, and then from there I built the band. So this record was, you know, let's use these guys that are on this record, or that are in the van, you know. But then we kind of went in together and started talking plans, and it was the first time that I ever really shared anything with anybody, past, you know, bands in high school and stuff. But so from that, it turned into about a 2-year process of tracking, and then for about 6-7 months I was down in Nashville Monday through Wednesday writing. So got a couple little small cuts on some things, and so my focus was on that. And this was definitely turned into the record where it was like we believed in it, I believed in every songs, but there was, you know, we battled it out in the studio and what songs were going to get cut, because it just wasn't my thoughts on it anymore. It was a band thing. Even though it's Noah Smith, I very much believe in the band and the group of guys that are behind me. So that was kind of the process of making the record. It was a long grind, chairs getting thrown, frustrating nights, walking away. But we definitely grew as people and friends, honestly. I mean, we've been going on, we just got back from Nebraska, and I sit there driving down the highway and thinking that I'm in the right place, even though it was a big pain in the neck along the way, you know. I don't think that was an intentional thing. I think it's very much an organic thing of who I am as an artist, and also who I am as a songwriter. With that being said, I think sometimes it's a struggle, because definitely, I mean, in the industry, if you will, it's very much kind of do what you do, and if you do that well, keep doing it. I've just always been inspired by different sounds, not different in like to be different, but just a variety of sounds. I grew up listening to a lot of Paul Simon. You listen to his records, I mean, there's African tribal stuff to pop sound and acoustic stuff to some rock and roll guitars, you know. So for me, I just get inspired by a lot of different things, and I just, Bruce Springsteen, his records, you know, I mean, play each song out, and the record has a vibe to it, but I think the story that's being told, there's just so many different pieces of that. My hope is that we can walk away with relationships, because somebody at the level of kind of where I'm at, we're not selling out 3,000 person venues, and but we're growing. No matter what room we're in, we're impacting. So if we can build relationships through the words we're singing and the music, the songs we're doing, that's for me is what's really turning into a fruitful life. So we got people from Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama that are driving up for our record release show. There's people from Cincinnati that are driving south to see us down in Tennessee and Georgia. And those come from relationships. You know, even if there's 50 people at a show, those 50 people, how can we impact it? And I think the trick is playing that room like there's 3,000 people in it everywhere we go. And we've definitely turned into a live act. And the live thing is something that has really become a part of who I am, and who we are as a band and the sound. Man, what kind of gear am I playing? I play this old girl right here, which is beat up and cracked. I need to get it worked on. This is a Taylor 714, and I play this for most of the show. Also play a Fender. We just started playing some electrics on some songs. The band plays a variety of things. We also have mandolin and banjo mixed in with some rock and roll guitar. And just a full piece. We do some marching band kind of drumline stuff every once in a while at our shows. It's always exciting. We are going to be playing. We have a couple private things that we're doing, and then we have a couple of things that are on the table right now. We're talking about just trying to figure out the dates. But we will definitely be down here in June, having a good time with everybody for sure. Yeah, well, I might as well play the title track off the record. This one's called Longcut. They say that we can never make it, and I say you ain't seen nothing yet. They say you gotta get lucky, oh, you gotta know somebody. I say you ain't seen nothing yet. We drive 500 miles for a 1-hour show, and late at night, and windows down, and brand new on the radio. We're all in, we never say never. We're gonna stay 18 forever. And they say that we can never make it if you ain't broke when you're breaking. You're doing something wrong, my friend. You never know what losing was till your mind's all twisted up from the late nights, the weekends, the miles we drive, and the fights with the women. Hanging on, we can't get enough. Yeah, we're all busted and broken, taking the long cut. We don't go along to get along. We march to the rhythm of our own songs. We load it in and load it out. We're against the wall, but don't count us out. Black t-shirt, time to waste, broken hearts and guitar strings. We're all in, we never say never. We're gonna stay 18 forever. If you ain't broke when you're breaking, you're doing something wrong, my friend. You never know what losing was till your mind's all twisted up from the late nights, the weekends, the miles we drive, and the fights with the women. Hanging on, and we can't get enough. Yeah, we're all busted and broken, taking the long cut. We walk the path most take to a deep grave. The good Lord will carry the weight. Slip the slide and the grind of the whiskey, oh, carry me home. We walk the path most take to a deep grave. The good Lord will carry the weight. Slip the slide and the grind of the whiskey, oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home. Oh, carry me home. If you ain't broke when you're breaking, you're doing something wrong, my friend. You never know what losing was till your mind's all twisted up from the late nights, the weekends, the miles we drive, and the fights with the women. Hanging on, we can't get enough. Yeah, we're all busted and broken, taking the long cut.